Calcium is one of the most important minerals for maintaining strong bones and overall health. While many people rely on dairy products or supplements to meet their calcium needs, the residents of blue zones, areas of the world known for high longevity and minimal rates of chronic diseases, follow a different approach. The people in blue zones typically do not consume large amounts of dairy or commercial calcium supplements, yet they maintain strong bones and have low incidences of osteoporosis. So, how do they get enough calcium to stay healthy and live long lives? In this article, we will explore how people in blue zones naturally supplement calcium through their diet and lifestyle practices. We'll look at the role of plant-based foods, specific nutritional habits, lifestyle factors, and other key elements that contribute to strong bone health in these longevity hotspots. 1. Calcium-rich plant-based foods in blue zones. One of the most striking aspects of the diets in blue zones is their reliance on plant-based foods. Unlike Western diets, which often emphasize animal products, blue zone diets focus on legumes, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Many of these plant-based foods are excellent sources of calcium, providing adequate amounts without the need for dairy. Here are some key calcium-rich plant-based foods commonly consumed in blue zones. Dark leafy greens, vegetables like kale, collard greens, spinach, and Swiss chard are all high in calcium. In places like Icaria, Greece, and Sardinia, Italy, wild greens are a dietary staple. These greens not only provide calcium but are also rich in antioxidants and other essential nutrients. Legumes, beans, and lentils, a cornerstone of the blue zone diet, are an excellent source of calcium. Black beans, white beans, and chickpeas provide a significant amount of calcium per serving and are consumed in large quantities, especially in Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula and Loma Linda, California. Nuts and seeds. Almonds, chia seeds, and sesame seeds are particularly high in calcium. In Okinawa, Japan, sesame seeds are often used to flavor foods, adding a boost of calcium and healthy fats. Fortified plant-based milks. While the people of blue zones don't drink a lot of cow's milk, many use plant-based alternatives such as almond, soy, or oat milk. These are often fortified with calcium and vitamin D, further contributing to their calcium intake. 2. Limited dairy consumption. Although dairy is not a major component of blue zone diets, it isn't entirely absent either. Some regions, particularly Sardinia and Icaria, consume small amounts of cheese or yogurt. However, this is usually in moderation and in the form of fermented dairy products, which have additional health benefits due to the presence of probiotics. In Sardinia, for instance, residents enjoy pecorino cheese made from grass-fed sheep's milk. This cheese is lower in lactose than cow's milk and contains higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids. It is eaten sparingly as a treat rather than a daily staple, so it contributes to calcium intake without overwhelming the diet with animal products. 3. Calcium absorption. The role of vitamin D. Getting enough calcium from food is important, but ensuring that the body absorbs and utilizes it properly is equally critical. One key factor in calcium absorption is vitamin D. The people in blue zones naturally get a healthy dose of vitamin D through sun exposure, which is essential for calcium absorption and bone health. For example, in Nicoya and Icaria, where residents enjoy long, sunny days for much of the year, people spend a lot of time outdoors, walking, gardening, or socializing. These activities not only promote physical and mental well-being, but also allow for regular sun exposure, ensuring adequate levels of vitamin D. In addition, some foods in the blue zone diet are naturally rich in vitamin D. Fatty fish such as sardines, mackerel, and anchovies, which are often consumed in coastal blue zones like Sardinia and Icaria, are a good source of vitamin D and support the body's ability to absorb calcium. 4. Bone health beyond calcium. Other key nutrients. The people in blue zones do not focus exclusively on calcium when it comes to bone health. They also consume a diet rich in other bone-supporting nutrients, such as magnesium, potassium, vitamin K2, and phosphorus. These nutrients help balance calcium levels and promote healthy bones and teeth. Magnesium. Magnesium plays a crucial role in converting vitamin D into its active form, allowing the body to absorb calcium more effectively. Foods such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and legumes, which are staples in Blue Zone diets, are excellent sources of magnesium. Potassium. This mineral helps reduce the loss of calcium from the body by neutralizing metabolic acids that can leach calcium from bones. Potassium-rich foods such as sweet potatoes, bananas, beans, and tomatoes are regularly consumed in Blue Zones. Vitamin K2. Found in fermented foods and animal products, vitamin K2 helps direct calcium to the bones and teeth rather than allowing it to accumulate in the arteries, where it could lead to heart disease. Traditional fermented foods like natto, fermented soybeans in Okinawa, or kefir in Ikaria, contribute to this essential nutrient. 5. Lifestyle practices that promote bone health. In addition to their nutrient-rich diet, the residents of Blue Zones have active lifestyles that support bone health. Regular physical activity strengthens bones and muscles, improves balance, and reduces the risk of falls and fractures. In Blue Zones, physical activity is not typically structured or planned, but is instead integrated into daily life. Walking. Residents of Blue Zones often walk as their primary means of transportation. Whether it's walking to a neighbor's house or tending to a garden, walking provides weight-bearing exercise that promotes bone density. Gardening. Gardening is a common practice in most Blue Zones and offers a variety of physical benefits. The bending, lifting, and digging involved in gardening provide weight-bearing exercise, which strengthens bones. Gardening also promotes mental well-being and fosters a sense of purpose, both of which contribute to overall health. Functional movement. Activities like kneeling, squatting, and sitting on the floor, which are common in Blue Zones, require flexibility and strength. These natural movements promote better posture and balance, reducing the likelihood of falls and fractures. 6. Avoiding excessive salt and processed foods. In addition to emphasizing nutrient-dense foods, Blue Zone diets avoid or minimize the consumption of processed foods, particularly those high in salt. Excessive salt intake can lead to calcium loss through urine, weakening bones over time. The natural, whole food-based diets in Blue Zones provide ample flavor through herbs, spices, and fresh ingredients, reducing the need for added salt. Processed foods, which are high in sugar and unhealthy fats, are also limited in Blue Zones. These foods can contribute to inflammation and may hinder calcium absorption, so they are avoided in favor of whole, nutrient-rich foods. People in Blue Zones maintain strong bones and avoid calcium deficiencies through a combination of nutrient-dense plant-based foods, moderate consumption of fermented dairy, and lifestyle practices that promote calcium absorption and bone health. Their diet provides ample calcium from natural sources like leafy greens, legumes, nuts, and seeds, while regular sun exposure ensures adequate vitamin D levels for optimal calcium absorption. Beyond calcium, the Blue Zone diet is rich in other nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K2, all of which play critical roles in bone health. Coupled with an active lifestyle that incorporates functional movement and weight-bearing exercise, the residents of Blue Zones have developed a holistic approach to maintaining bone health without the need for commercial calcium supplements. Their natural, balanced methods offer valuable insights into how we can improve our own bone health and longevity.